The story of a servant lived humility, silent loyalty, and moral justice beyond appearances. The account. The story of a servant, presented in the second part of Heaven and Hell, offers a profound lesson about invisible moral value, showing that the greatness of conscience is not measured by social position, but by the intimate quality of choices made in everyday life. It is a testimony that reveals how humility, loyalty, and silent honesty build a solid spiritual foundation, even when there is no external recognition. The Spirit manifests with serenity, lucidity, and a calm conscience. In life, he performed simple functions, marked by continuous service, discretion, and responsible fulfillment of duty. He did not seek prominence, power, or personal gain. He lived his condition with dignity, without revolt or envy, and maintained firm values even in environments where he could have acted opportunistically. Modern depth psychology helps to understand this state by showing that identity based on internal values, and not on status, tends to produce emotional stability. People who build meaning through responsibility, coherence, and social utility develop a sense of worth that is less dependent on external validation. On a spiritual level, this intimate structure reveals itself as balance and peace of mind. Spiritism clarifies that the favorable condition of this spirit after passing is not a reward for submission, but a consequence of conscious fidelity to one's own principles. Serving does not mean self-neglect. It means acting ethically in the position one occupies. Spiritual justice evaluates intention, consistency in good, and integrity of attitudes, not the position, income, or social visibility. Contemporary science reinforces this reading by indicating that moral coherence reduces internal conflicts and promotes psychological well-being. Studies on purpose show that feeling useful, acting with integrity, and maintaining clear commitments are factors of lasting mental health. Spiritism expands this understanding by showing that these factors accompany consciousness beyond physical life. Another essential point of the account is the inversion of social appearances. What seems small in the eyes of the world reveals itself to be great in the moral field. The servant, invisible to many in life, presents himself as spiritually stable and worthy. Meanwhile, elevated positions, when devoid of ethics, do not guarantee inner peace. Consciousness does not inherit titles, it inherits moral habits. The testimony also highlights the responsibility of those in command positions. The relationship between employers and employees is a mutual test. When there is respect, justice, and humanity, both grow. When there is abuse or indifference, moral debts are created. Spiritism does not idealize hierarchy, it calls for ethics in relationships. This account brings a current and necessary message. In a culture that overvalues visible success, the story of a servant reminds us that spiritual life recognizes the merit of honest effort, constancy in good, and dignity maintained in small things. Daily life is the great testing ground of consciousness. The servant teaches us that serving with awareness is a high form of freedom. It is not the size of the role that elevates, but the moral quality with which it is exercised. Spiritual justice is not impressed by applause. It recognizes the inner truth. Reflecting on this testimony is an invitation to daily coherence. Acting ethically where we are, fulfilling duties with humanity, and respecting everyone as equals is now the safest way to build future peace. Consciousness grows when it makes the simple a place of greatness. If this account helped you reflect on humility, service, and moral justice, like, share, and leave your comment. Your participation helps this message reach more people.